They're doing it again. The right-wingers are making up conspiracy theories about the First Lady being trans. But this time, it's not about Ivanka Trump. It's about Bridget Macron. The same side that cries and says, now isn't the time to politicize things whenever anyone wants to talk gun reform after a school shooting. The same side that is saying, oh, people are dying, but the people are dying in Ukraine. We just care so much that we just have to end the war at all costs. That same side has literally nothing better to do. Not end the war in Ukraine or in Gaza. Instead, start economic wars with all of our allies while being so effective on trans legislation that we now have incidents of men going into bathrooms to confirm genitalia, like matching up. That is what this administration has been effective at doing. Oh, and Gulf of America, of course. How could we forget? Oh, and Trump's own personal enrichments with his crypto scheme and his recent dinner at Mar-a-Lago, where all you had to do was just invest XYZ amount into Trump coin, and who knows what you would get in return. Candace Owens is shit tweeting pictures of, is this even a shit tweet? This can't be real. I just refuse to believe that she thinks this is real. You're gonna put a picture of a little boy next to a picture of a grown old lady with like similar smile structures, I guess, and say that this woman is trans. Okay. This is in response, of course, to the viral video of Emmanuel Macron getting slapped by his wife. I don't know if it's slapped. He looks more like he's getting like pushed, like fuck off. Maybe playfully. I don't know. It doesn't seem like too intense. Little aside here. Bridget Macron is about 30 years older than Emmanuel. From student-teacher love story to face-shoving video. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? They met at a Catholic lycée La Providence, where Bridget, then 39, was a high school teacher, and Emmanuel, 15, was her student. Hang on, if the roles were reversed, Jesus Christ, if there was a video of a more than like 25-year-old man, if Caroline Levitt was caught on video with her husband, imagine this absolute grandpa of a man is on video shoving away Caroline Levitt. Do you think anyone would be saying that he was trans? Okay, wait, hang on. That's a bad counterfactual, because the whole thing is that, like, this is the point that they're making. The point that they're making is men are so biologically aggressive that for Bridget to exhibit behavior of aggression, it just has to be that she is a man, because no woman would ever be that aggressive. Obviously, that's not the whole story. Obviously, that's not just why people think she's trans. This has been a conspiracy that's been going on since 2017. For some reason, there's been lawsuits over it from the Macrons onto the perpetrators of this defamatory statement. But the fact that, like, that's the reasoning for this video is just absolutely hysterical. Like, this man is showing such aggression that it has to be a man. Just men are so violent, because everyone knows that a woman would never do anything violent ever. Candace Owens literally saying,
boys will be boys.
Yes, they will. Candace Owens is also exactly who I'm talking about at the intro of this video, when I mean conservatives have literally nothing fucking better to do than whine and bitch about the most inconsequential, conspiratorial, isn't it weird, type bullshit, while also grandstanding on any topic so long as it serves their agenda. So Candace Owens, who is supposed to be on maternity leave, is supposed to be with her child, just had a baby. This is the party of pro-family. We love stay-at-home moms. We want every mom to stay at home, and every grandma to also stay at home to watch the grandkids, and every aunt to also do that, according to JD Vance. I'm not gonna watch the video. Don't worry. I wouldn't put you guys through that. But just the intro that she gives alone is just absolutely insane.
All right, you guys, happy Tuesday. And obviously I should not be here at all. I really do not understand this news cycle right now. It seems to be doing the absolute most. It has zero chill, zero respect for a mother nursing her young on maternity leave. On Tuesday, I said to you guys, goodbye. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. And then something rather big happened to the president of France. Yes. Qu'est-ce que c'est? There was a bit of a tussle in Hanoi, Vietnam. Qu'est-ce que c'est? His flight might have experienced a little bit of turbulence while it was grounded. Now, people are saying
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Log off and go sit with your child. Jesus fucking Christ, get off Twitter. Oh my God. You saw a picture, you saw a video of the president of France getting a playfully little by his wife, and it invoked such a strong reaction in you that this transgender, intransigent, whatever, is fraudulently posing as the first lady of this dipshit, soy, cucked out French country, right? Oh my God, I can't. Like, what? This pulled you out of maternity leave? Why?
And I'm not people. People are saying that his father merely disciplined him publicly.
And then the joke is that it's his father because she's so much older than him. He got groomed. He got groomed as a child. This man literally got groomed by his teacher. Not even his teacher. He wasn't even in her class. They bonded over school plays and theater workshops. But it got so bad that this dude's family had to ship him to Paris to separate him. To separate him from the school in Amiens, whatever. What type of agreement did they sign? What type of weird arranged marriage type shit was going on here? It's crazy. He graduated, completed his education, right? This whole time, Bridget has a husband. Fuck. The conspiracies are getting to me. Has a husband and 3 kids, okay? Bridget divorces her husband in 2006. 2007 marries Emmanuel. There's just simply no way that she wasn't grooming him, like, at least for a while. Okay, there's just simply too many coincidences. That in itself, I feel like, is enough of a story. Why the fuck do you have to make it that she's trans? Was that not interesting enough for you? The president of France is got groomed basically into a relationship. She described their relationship as a platonic idea of finding one's better half. Bridget added that while she used to be a big worrier before she married Emmanuel, since they got together, they both have ceased worrying as much. Yeah, probably because you're not worried about catching a case anymore. A bit like the platonic idea that you meet your better half and you fit together. Given our age difference, that fit wasn't so obvious for us, but we fit. When I read about us as a couple, I always feel like I'm reading someone else's story. Yet, it's a simple story. Listen, girl, I'm happy for you. When I read about you guys as a couple, it looks like I'm reading a case. And Bridget stopped teaching in 2015 to support Emmanuel's presidential campaign. So I don't think that she was a clout chaser. I don't know what weird shit was going on there. Listen, he's not like the ugliest guy. So good for him, I guess, based.
Which has led to some lingering philosophical questions like how old is too old to spank your child? Questions that obviously I'm the only person who can really answer. I'm the one that has the expertise to answer those questions. So welcome back to Candace.
You know, I kind of hate how funny she is. I laugh at her. She has my sense of humor.
Where were you when Brigitte Macron publicly whooped President Macron? All right, that's going to be one of the questions that this generation is going to reflect on, a moment in time.
No, it's not. No, no one will be talking about this in a week. No one besides you, Candace. I pinky promise. No one cares about that. Where were you when the Twin Towers fell? Where were you on January 6th? Where were you when President Macron got bitch manhandled by his elderly wife? No.
You know, like where were you when Mike Tyson bit the ear off of Holyfield in that boxing?
Oh my God, I hate how intertwined the media is with politics. Why are you putting a presidential PR nightmare, which it is, like, low-key, I don't know what Macron's gonna do. Actually, I don't know, he'll probably just ignore it and it'll go away in a week because literally no one cares enough unless you're chronically online. But why are you putting a presidential, political, macro world global affair on the same level of fucking Mike Tyson biting off an ear? Like, that's not the same thing at all. Those should never be on the same level of stupidity and how much you care about them. But those are not the same thing. This is what Candace's propaganda is like talking about culture and like mainstream stuff and then just like subtly descripting in there of like, oh yeah, this is like the same weight as like your political and socioeconomic policy decisions. Like, no, I'm sorry. Just because you can follow the Blake Lively lawsuit Doesn't mean that you should be informed and talking about politics. I'm sorry.
Breakdown, but here is the clip that made its way around the world. You obviously see the plane door gets opened, and then suddenly his face is being smushed. Okay, let's slow this down because there are some things that I think are being missed by the public. First and foremost, I just want to shout out the real victim in all of this, okay? Let's just watch the beginning of this clip. The pilot that comes out and opens the door. He is the unsung.
See, like, that's so fucking funny.
I mean, just the wrong timing there. I just imagine that when he gets back and this trip is over, for no reason at all, Brigitte is going to lose it because Brigitte is a maniac behind the scenes. These are the facts. I am telling you, Brigitte is losing his mind. I know this to be an absolute fact. I'll tell you more about that later. But then what we see here, and this is what people need to get right, because what was being reported as a slap or a smack is actually incorrect. This was a double-handed shove to Macron's face. So we're gonna slow that down so you can see it. Take a look at this. That is 2 arms. You see that frozen, 2 arms in the shot. You can see Brigitte's left arm and right arm right on his face. And when you get closer to it, you can even see that Brigitte is wearing some sort of a watch or a piece of jewelry. And I just went, okay, that's just like dudes beginning to fight, because a couple of things there. Listen, I went to public school, saw a lot of these fights. When a woman is hitting a man, it's usually one hand, a smack.
I'm sorry. I went to public school. I never saw a single fucking fight. I'm really jealous of that. My public school was not any fucking street fighting or any sumo fighting like that. Also, how the fuck does that qualify you to speak on anything? Also, what the fuck is that argument? I went to a public high school. How old are you, girl? Like 10, 15 years ago? I went to public high school 15 years ago, and seeing all of the girls fight in high school, I can just tell that that is not a girl fighting from that video that I can see in literal like 480p from 20 yards away. Like,
because a woman's not really fearful in most circumstances that the guy's going to hit her back, just like a little whack across the face. And, you know, maybe it's a mom to her son, smack, and then it's kind of over because she's just being over emotional and hitting him. When men fight, there tends to be an aggressive shove that happens first, right? Shove to the face like that just to be super.
Listen, you've never seen domestic violence cases, all right? Women can get violent. You need to watch more true crime episodes. I know it's very hypocritical of me to spend an entire episode, what are these called? Video? It's very hypocritical of me to spend an entire video talking about something that I think is really stupid and shouldn't be getting any attention, but someone has to do it. And I pick myself to be that brave soldier. You're welcome.